Okay, so it's still kind of winter in our area, even though it's soon to be the beginning of spring and daylight savings time is kicking in tomorrow. But today it's 70 degrees, which is amazing because if you look out there, that is snow. Last week it was actually like 3 degrees, and that was actually fairly warm for this time of year. So for it to be 70 is just insane. So here we are, enjoying the outdoors, enjoying the sun, and we're gonna go a little Paleolithic. We're gonna be cooking our meat on a fire. Hey everybody, Diabetic Daddy 76 here, barbecuing, which is pretty unheard of this time of year. Usually what you see behind you is lots of snow, sometimes feet. As recently as a week ago, no, days ago, I had snow all over my backyard here. And now it's 70 degrees outside in what is usually the heart of our winter. Here I am, barbecuing, making food for the family, paleo style, cooking meat, fruits, veggies, making some hamburger patties for the kids, and some shish kebabs for me and the missus. Here's the missus shish kebab. Mushrooms, onion, bell peppers, pineapple, and then mine, of course, has the meat on it too. Since I have you guys here, I wanted to bring up something that's been brought up a couple of times through various blog sites, things that I have read through various comments, emails, forum posts. There is this literalist movement out there that talks about curing in diabetes and that it can't be done. It's like curing alcoholism. Once you're an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic, right? At least that's what they teach people. So for people out there who have a hard time really wrapping their mind around it, I'm not trying to be condescending, but if they do, what I mean is I want to permanently reverse my diabetes. Now granted, I'm a diabetic, I'm not a dietitian. I've said this before and I'm going to continue saying it. But I'm educating myself and I'm moving forward and I'm trying to live a healthy lifestyle. Do I slip up? You bet I do. In fact, I was craving brownies so bad the other day that I had brownies. I think it's fine. It's not like I'm doing it every day. In fact, it's not like I'm doing it every month. The point is, I eat the brownies and I don't feel guilty about it. Feeling guilty about eating brownies, well, that's just dooming yourself to fail. If you can't enjoy yourself from time to time, then where's your encouragement to actually go and live a healthy lifestyle? You're just going to feel resentment if you don't actually indulge yourself occasionally. If I happen to be out and about and I've been following my diet, my exercise routine, if I see, let's say, a slice of pizza pie that I'd like, I'm going to go have that slice. So if you've been struggling with the diet fad of, ooh, I got to deny myself this, I cannot have that, if you're miserable doing that, maybe it's time you reevaluate what you're doing. Remember that we're not dieting. We're changing our lifestyle. And I'm sorry, but I think it's not realistic to go the rest of your life without enjoying something that you love to eat. Here on the paleo diet, people think it's like an Atkins style, high protein, moderate to high fat, very low carbohydrate diet. When in fact it's actually high protein, very lean fats, lean meats, and it's a moderately carbohydrate diet, but what you're eating is not complex carbohydrates through pastas and grains and enriched flours. Instead, you're getting through your fruits and vegetables. Which brings me to another point. Fruit. The ADA and the USDA, dietitians around the world, recommend that diabetics eat between 3 and 5 pieces of fruit a day. And there's some debate on that. The debate surrounds the argument of, won't fruit raise my blood glucose level? Well, I'm here to tell you, yes, it will. But it's not like you're eating refined sugars. Your body is designed to process the sugars in fruit. Can you overdo it? Certainly you can overdo it. Do you want to overdo it? No, you definitely do not. You're probably going to know as soon as you do overdo it. Your body has a way of telling you. But what I find interesting about the argument is that most of the diabetics that I personally know will bring this up. They'll say, yes, but fruit is really bad for the blood glucose. I got to stay away from the fruit because I don't want my blood sugars to spike. But then I see them eat a candy bar. Is it wrong for them to eat the candy bar? It's all about their own personal choices. Will it affect them? Yes, it will. It'll affect them positively or negatively, depending on what they're doing with their life. Look, as a diabetic to other diabetics out there are fruits out there that are low on the glycemic index, such as apples, oranges. So some say they're moderate, some say they're low. Do the research, find out. I happen to know for a fact that when I eat an apple, my glucose levels spike only slightly, and they drop back to normal. It's not a very big spike. It doesn't affect my day. In fact, if anything, it gives me more energy. That apple actually is a good snack. It lasts me a long time, and I feel satisfied. Furthermore, my body is getting vitamins, minerals, and it's getting the dietary fiber that it needs to process the foods that I'm eating, as well as process the fat within my body. The point is, if you're going to fret over eating an apple and have no qualms about eating a candy bar as a diabetic, let's face it, I think you're making an excuse. If you're willing to eat the apple and fret over eating the candy bar, well, then I think maybe you're facing the right direction. Are you trying to live healthy? Are you trying to eat junk food? Or are you trying to say you just don't care? The choice is yours. But if you're going to make the argument that fructose is bad for you, be fair across the field. Remember that sugar is bad for you. Fructose, though it's sugar, it's a healthy thing. Now, I know that there are many diabetics out there that will argue this point, and I've had in-depth conversations with a number of you. The only thing I can say is sit down, test it yourself. That's what I do. I eat a banana. My blood sugars, they go a little bit higher than they would if I eat an apple. That's because a banana is a moderate fruit in the glycemic index. If I eat a banana that's not entirely ripe, it's actually lower than my apple. On average, a slightly unripened banana is about a 30 on the glycemic index. Now, a really ripe banana is a 58. Does that mean I won't eat the banana? I'll eat the banana. I've got no problem with it. I think that fruit is one of the best parts of this diet. I eat 4 pieces a day on average. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't get any. When I'm not eating fruit, though, I focus on vegetables. You got to make sure that you're getting your carbohydrates through the right sources. You want to get your vitamins, you want to get your minerals, you want to get the fiber to help you process your carbohydrates. Now, I know many dietitians out there that want diabetics to eat 300 grams of carbohydrates, pastas, breads, and crazy stuff out there. I know it happens, I know it's out there, and I know it's according to some ADA Diabetic Association, American Diabetic Association guidelines. You may not agree with it, I don't agree with it, but I do think that carbohydrates are very important. Maybe what I'm trying to say hasn't been quite clear, so I'll break it down as simply as I can. First and foremost, maybe diabetes cannot be cured, but that does not mean you cannot live a symptom-free life. Sure, you're going to have to check your blood sugars. Yes, you're going to have to stay on top of it. But if you live a healthy lifestyle, you're not going to have to worry about it. You're not going to have to worry, am I going to lose my foot? You're not going to have to worry, am I going blind? You're going to be just as healthy as the non-diabetic next to you. Point number 2, if you find yourself eating food that you know you're not supposed to eat, but you simply must have because you enjoy it, well, enjoy it. Then go back to eating the normal food you're supposed to eat. I don't believe that we're meant to live a life without some indulgence. To me, it just seems absurd. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm a little bit more liberal with the way I do things. But I can't help but feel that it's entirely counterproductive to worry about the piece of chocolate you ate earlier, which, by the way, dark chocolate full of antioxidants, very good for you, in moderation. Now, fretting over that piece of chocolate all day is going to do nothing but stress you out. It's going to do nothing but cause your body to chemically react to that stress and store fat. So instead, I say, move on. And lastly, fruit. Well, if you're going to choose, I'd say fruit over candy 99% of the time. If you're not comfortable with fruit, then by all means eat the vegetables. But I think that primarily eating vegetables with 3 to 5 pieces of fruit a day, low on the glycemic index, is a great thing. If you're not sure where your fruit is on the glycemic index, do some research. South Beach has a few lists out there. and Wikipedia has a list. Basically, a Google search will bring forth all the data. Look, the point is that the whole reason behind a healthy lifestyle is to enjoy life. You don't want to be sick because of your diabetes. So you eat healthy so you can live healthy and you can live longer. But you don't want to be miserable while you're living, so you know what? Enjoy a moment. Now, I'm going to go eat this, and then, well, I'm going to go eat this with my family. And then I'll get back with you. We'll talk more on it. Until next time, Diabetic Daddy 76 saying, stay healthy.